joining us. Now, it rained all night and there was flooding this morning, but the heaviest started after lunchtime.
And Maria Miller found out that it's not just the rain that caused this flooding. There is an underlying issue, and she's live in Boswell tonight with that part of the story. Maria?
Marty, Jen, way up on the hill behind me, deep in the woods, sits an old reservoir that officials here in Boswell Borough say have sat vacant for years. Now, they say it's helped collect and control floodwaters for the past 90 years. Last year, though, the DEP required them to tear it down, and they say they're worried that every time it rains, it's going to flood, just like this.
Probably about between 4 and 5 feet of water coming out of that area of the reservoir. Never was that way before.
For 90 years, this 6-acre swampland at the top of Mississippi Street in Boswell was a 10 million gallon reservoir that at one time was the main source of drinking water for residents in the borough. It's sat vacant for the past 45 years, but officials say it's still helped to collect rain, natural springs, and runoff from flooding homes downstream.
It was just 2 pipes bringing the water out of the reservoir. It never got to the top and came over the spillway. It hasn't come over the spillway probably in about 45 years since they closed it. But that was the natural water coming out. Never any blockage, never had any problems, no issues.
But last year, the Boswell Water Authority says it was given 2 options by the Department of Environmental Protection. Either spend thousands to create an emergency action plan or breach the dam.
The DEP finally came out and told us it was going to be a $10,000 fine against us and $500 for every day we don't do something. So we had to take the breaching. We had the dam breached last year.
Officials say they knew it was going to cause problems. And on Wednesday, for the second time in as many months, homes and businesses in the borough flooded.
You know, I don't have flood insurance because we don't live in a floodplain. There's a lot of cost going to be involved.
They felt that if it filled up with water and the dam broke, it would flood out the borough. So we flooded out the borough by doing what they wanted us to do.
Now, we did hear back from the DEP late this afternoon. They say that dam was not designed for flood control. It was designed as a reservoir, and they say the wall itself was in bad shape. It needed repairs. They were worried what would happen if it gave way during a really bad storm. But I'm told that a DEP inspector is on their way here right now to assess the damage and issue any emergency permits needed to help with the cleanup process. In the meantime, though, the borough, like all municipalities, will be required to come up with a new flood control plan. Reporting live in Boswell, Maria Miller, 6 News.